is a Bramble Jam podcast. No mystery here, boys. I'm Brandon. I love Hallmark movies.
Some mystery here, Bran. I'm Panda, and I like Hallmark mystery movies.
There's no mystery here or on Hallmark. I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark mysteries, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast. Hey! You know the results are in for me anyway.
Stop!
Skanking! I don't like our new theme song. Said it. And I don't know if I'm offending someone who worked really hard on that for you. And I'm sorry if I am, but my feelings are my feelings.
Well, good thing we paid them.
Did we?
Yeah.
Get out of town.
Yeah. That's why I kept asking you, hey, what do you think about this?
Yeah, but you were sending it to me on the weekend.
I don't think I was.
I offered to do it for free, too, and I have some dope.
No, we do have those.
We got those if we want to use them. You want to play one of those, Trace?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Deck the Hallmark. It's here. Deck the Hallmark. Deck the Hallmark. It's here.
Why? Trace, can you ready to stop on that? What? Now, let me ask you this. You're the mastermind behind this.
Yeah.
It starts off just your standard bad.
Yeah.
And then you keep playing with some things. What was the inspiration there?
I really thought that we need to move it to like a postmodern vibe, Dan. What is truth?
Dude.
I've said that for years. In fact, postmodernism has been around for years, so that checks, actually.
I stand by both of my artistic decisions. That and then that. Yeah.
What are you working on
Why
now?
are you pointing to me?
Well, but the beats.
The beats. What are you working on now? What can people find you?
Oh yeah, you can
on the
find
TikTok?
me on and I'm on noplasticpanda.TikTok.
No Plastic Panda?
It's only the real deal.
.TikTok. Is only the real deal part of it, or is that just
No. It's only that's my tagline.
We went over to the water cooler for the last 2 episodes last
Yes.
week, and it was a well-needed break with air conditioning, which was wonderful. But I listened back, Bran, and it turns out we sound way worse outside of the soundproof studio.
We do sound way worse.
It's crazy how that happens.
Well, and then also another thing that happened for those of you that listened to it, we did the checks and stuff.
Yep.
And then upon going from here, because I couldn't roll the station over anymore, some sort of wire got amuck, and there was a high-pitched boy.
There was a high-pitched boy, and then you sounded like you were not even on a mic.
Yeah.
So well done us all the way around. Hey, we did it.
But still,
you know what? That AC vent was clutch.
Still quality, I think.
And we found out that I think it's these screens causing a lot of the problem.
Yeah, they're hot.
Yeah, that's why we don't turn them on till right before.
Can we get some non-hot screens? How do we get those?
Some LED screens that don't emit heat when on. What if we got I'm thinking bed jets. We put somehow we put sheets. I put a sheet in my back and hook the bed jet up to it.
Is there?
And just poof, right up my back.
Surely in 2021 they've invited. I'm going to invite the invented a no sound fan. Are there quiet fans anywhere?
How about an AC unit that's quiet?
Just
using a radiator, just real quietly.
Those bladeless fans? What are they doing with those?
You mean the Dyson?
Yeah, you just sit there and where's the wind coming from?
Yeah,
you just can't get there.
It's generated somehow.
How? How are we not living on the moon at this point?
Yeah.
Maybe when we get to postmodernism, we'll get there.
You wish.
No, don't I?
You're making great points. But boys, there's all that talk about going to space and living there and stuff.
Yeah.
What are you? If you could afford a trip on the space, would you go?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
Elon
a
Musk
no-brainer.
is going to put a Dogecoin on the moon.
A Dogecoin?
A Dogecoin on the moon. He said it.
Man, I should invest.
We should all. It was a funny joke, but I think we should all jump in.
I think we should.
Let's get in on the Doge.
Yeah. Well,
not because of Elon Musk.
No.
He's awful. I want to be clear. But
because of Mark Cuban.
It's funny.
It's Mark
Let's all
Cuban.
spend money.
100, 200, 300, 400, whatever. Whatever you have.
Whatever you have.
Dogecoin.
Doge. Look it up. Welcome to Crypto Talk.
We have nothing to gain here by you and also investing.
What if we put all of the business's money into Dogecoin? Dude, what if we did it? We should have done it at 30 cents.
Yeah.
And we'd have made a few $1,000s.
Hey,
Dope.
so Bitcoin
It's awesome for a risk on a dog meme cryptocurrency.
So
that's a sentence.
So Bitcoin is 52,000.
56,000 now, yeah.
Should we just take a? Do we have that in the bank?
$56,000.
Where are we at? I don't know. I don't do the
If
money.
we have that much money to just give to Bitcoin, let's do it.
I'm just saying, do a quick in there and quick out.
That's what I was saying. It's a little less scary at the 30-cent model.
Yeah,
I'm just saying a little easier to gain money at that model than at the 56K model.
There's there's another one that's like right underneath it, but like right under Bitcoin.
Ethereum. Yeah,
that's probably a safer
9,000 right now.
Safer bet.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm big Ethereum boy.
You're a big
I think it's
Ethereum
a
boy.
good bet. Yeah.
But I don't think any of us are more excited about anything.
Frog legs
than,
is going to be the best one.
Gosh, right now, do not sleep on frog legs.
It is. Now's the time. If you're listening on Tuesday, especially, if you
And
get
guys-
the Wednesday, it's going to be too high.
Guys, stay on our social medias at Hallmark Podcast. We have our NFT that's coming out.
That's right.
And it's a once for all for one picture of us.
It's a once.
And like there's only one of the pictures available that's an NFT version.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Sure, you can find the
Other
picture
ones,
anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's only one.
Wow.
Yeah.
You did a single hashtag.
Only
It's
one.
just a cross. Is all
It's
that
just
is.
a cross.
Did you think you were going to get cryptocurrency talk today on Deck the Hallmark? But you did, and that's why you come here.
No, that's true.
This is what happens when there's no new movie and we're doing a mystery, a Danica mystery.
So Doge. Dogecoin, buy.
Right now. Dogecoin. You heard it here first.
Okay.
Frog legs also.
Frog legs.
Fitzy's is starting to take them, and now that Fitzy's is
What's
man.
the frog leg little acronym?
It's kind of it's
frog?
It's FGLG.
Oh, interesting.
FGLG.
It's like Figgle.
Figlig.
Figaloo.
It's good. It's good.
What are you saying? It's just FGLG. Figaloo? What is
Figaloo.
that? Figaloo.
Dude, Sob Live. We're talking Matchmaker Mysteries, The Art of the Kill.
Oh, I see what they did there.
It originally aired on April 18th, 2021, and it went a little something like this. The movie kicks off with Dr. Clinton Jennings. At his museum, he's having a real struggle fest of a night because he's over there taking pills and eating chocolate and listening to classical music. So things are looking down. Next thing we know, he's on the ground dead. Boom. Gunshot. No gunshot, though. How did it happen? I don't know. We got a fun introductory title sequence that I've never seen before because I've never seen this show before, but I was very impressed by it. We meet a matchmaker named Angie Dove and her TV show, a show where we show miserable people and how they're looking for love, and then Angie's going to try to find them love like a matchmaker. She goes to meet up with her dad, who is a retired detective, and they're meeting up at the museum for reasons that I don't recall, and they discover the body of Dr. Clinton Jennings. Whoa, what's going on here? I don't know. Luckily, Angie can smell almonds, which means she can smell cyanide, which means she can smell murder. So Nick is like, I'm going to call Kyle. And we, having seen none of them, are like, okay. But Kyle shows up and we're like, oh, we get it now. And he's like,
Kyle.
And he's
Kyle
like,
XY.
hey. He's like, Kyle XY?
Yeah.
Dude.
No belly button on Victor
Just
Webster.
amazing program.
Just unbelievable.
No belly button. Are you kidding me with that stuff?
The guy that produced Kyle XY invested in Dogecoin.
Don't really. So he invested in Dogecoin, and he's saying it's a what is that? A sound investment that all should get on board with.
Bye.
I couldn't get through without laughing.
So Nick is like, I'm going to call Kyle. Kyle shows up. He's like, hey, Angie, you're my match. Maker. He doesn't say that, but he's clearly into her. Apparently, Clinton was a bit of a playboy. There's this girl who worked at the museum who's acting a bit odd. Angie thinks that they were having a secret fling-a-ling-ling, and she would know that because she knows about love. Kyle's like, I'm going to take your word for it. You do investigate that, and I'll go do other stuff over here. Kyle, so he said bye.
Yeah, bye. Producer of Kyle XY. Bye. Dogecoin.
Kyle is doing this investigation thing, and he discovers that it was the cookies that were prepared for the museum party that was poisoned. And so he rushes to go to the museum because he knows the party's going on right now. What if all the cookies are poisoned? Turns out, no, not the case. Thank God. They do some digging and they find out that Myra, who's the girl that he was having the fling with, was the one who gave him the cookies in the first place. But she's like, listen, I just didn't want the cookies. I don't like cookies. I think it might have been the old intern, Derek. You know, Derek. Derek's family runs the bakery who made the cookies. But after talking to him, Angie's like, I got a good feeling about this guy. I'm going to put Derek not literally in my back pocket, but we'll come back to him later. They go to talk to Myra and find out that she was the only one still in the building when he died. She's like, I promise it wasn't me.
You were in the building?
Wasn't me. But you should talk to his sister because they recently had a big argument about if he would lend her money.
But you gave him the cookies.
Wasn't me. All signs point to you.
Wasn't me. What about Derek? Wasn't him.
They find Clinton's missing cell phone in Myra's office. It wasn't me. And Angie also doesn't think that she did it. She's got a good feeling about her. She knows people. She really believes the best in people, and I love that about her personally. She goes to talk to Derek about whether or not he knows the login information for Clinton's cloud. And while she's there, she sees that he has a cookie container thing in his trash can, the same cookies from the party. And she's like, well, that's weird. They get some security footage that shows his sister, Clinton's sister, walking out on the night of the murder with his laptop. So that's not good, huh? So they go to try to find her, and she's trying to sell the laptop to a guy who sold Clinton artifacts that were also sketchy. They arrest both of them. But she says, it wasn't me. He was dead when I got there. But, you know, I had a deal to get done. Got to steal that laptop. Meanwhile, Myra and Angie are at the museum trying to find some clues when they discover that this lady named Lucia who basically runs the museum, was also in love with Clinton. She admits that she was the one that poisoned him, but actually she was trying to poison Myra because Myra and Clinton were together. The cookies were for her. She gave the cookies to Clinton. Therefore, Myra was incorrect when she said she didn't kill him. It was ultimately her.
Yes.
You know, what can you do? So she pulls a gun out on Angie and she's like, hey, what are you doing? And Angie's like, relax over there, gun girl. Takes the gun from her. They arrest her. And it turns out that the security guard was also going to get arrested because he deleted the security footage. But thank God for forensic. Am I right, boys?
Am I right?
We have a lot of fun here. Angie goes to find Derek because he's the perfect match for someone on the show, and she hangs out with Kyle. And that, my friends, was Matchmaker Mysteries, the art of the kill. That's exactly right.
We did it.
That's exactly right, everybody.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, and we're going to break this movie down with our 4 segments here on Deck the Hallmark. Oh, boy, summer's coming.
Oh, yeah.
I love summer. And one of the reasons I love summer is because I love to just hang out by Dan's new pool. It is the thing I'm most excited about for the summer because I'm going to go there, I'm going to hang out, and I'm going to use my Raycon earbuds.
I mean, come on.
To listen to some podcasts, to jam on some music, and just enjoy some fun in the sun. And Raycon is going to be that fun for me. Listen, whether you are somebody who loves to listen to podcasts like this one, you want some earbuds that will sound really good with whatever music you're listening to, Raycon is perfect for you. You get the crisp, the powerful beats at half the price of other premium audio brands. I've been using Raycon for a while. It comes in a wonderful little container that charges them as well. I barely have to charge them. It runs for what feels like forever. You can listen to Deck the Hallmark for a full week, it feels like. And you want to, it's just amazing what that little case can do. And here's the thing, Raycon is offering 50% off of their products to the listeners of Deck the Hallmark. All you got to do is go to buyraycon.com/deck. That is BUY Raycon.com/deck. You're going to get 50% off your entire order. So buy a bunch for the summer party. That's buyraycon.com/deck today.
Back already. Oh my goodness.
Back already, everybody. You know who I also heard is all about the, what is it?
Dogecoin?
Yeah, Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian, all about the Dogecoin.
All about the Dogecoin.
She didn't even need it, the money, weirdly enough.
Yes, but she's into it. So
wow.
Yes. Roger Federer.
He
passed.
And
I think he's gonna regret it. Guys, we're talking about Matchmaker Mysteries, the third part of this series with Danica McKellar, Victor Webster. We talked to
our boy
Victor. Was that
Wixter?
Was that last week?
I feel like it was 2 weeks ago.
What was last?
Andrew Walker Autumn
Oh,
Research
that's right, which was a lot of fun as well. So was very excited to talk to Victor. I really felt like it made this movie come to life, like knowing that guy. It just feels like I was watching him sleep because of all the exciting movies he's done.
The flip side is I'm waiting for him to do stunts and stuff.
Yes, that's exactly right.
You didn't get a chance to listen to that. My man was thrown off of an actual elephant at the end of a fight scene 14 times in a row and tore his ACL on the 13th and was like, let's do it again.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, crazy. He's got some crazy stories.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Well, let's talk about this movie and if it's crazy and neat. I'm going to start with my good friend Panda. We're starting with our hot take, and you're going to tell everybody exactly how you felt about this movie. Go ahead, pal.
Sure. This is my favorite Danica performance.
Wow.
I've seen. I liked it better than the Christmas movies that I've seen her in.
Crown for Christmas. Better than Crown for Christmas.
I think overall, yes.
Wow.
No, hear me out. No. I liked her performance better, and here's why. Her performance in this, I thought she brought a lot of emotion. She does some really, I think, some fun things. She has some really comedic. She has a comedic scene in there where she's drinking the tea. I'll talk a little bit about that. I think that was really well done, and I really liked her character overall in this. That said, I don't like the mystery movies. I don't know what to say. Like this, and this one is the worst kind of offender. It's the same stuff.
The worst kind of offender.
Yeah. Of the mystery
it's
movies.
kind of an offender, or this is the worst type of offender.
The worst type of offender, yes.
Really?
Of the
Now,
mystery movies.
I just want to remind you.
It's not the worst mystery movie, I guess. So maybe I'll step back from that.
Okay.
It's not. I just don't like it. It has all the highlights of not being great.
This take is scalding.
It has all the takes of not being great.
It has all the takes of not being great.
Yep, I said it. Ticks them all.
Ticks them all. But is it the worst mystery movie despite it being Danica's best performance ever?
Yeah, I think there's that one Mystery 101 that's really bad.
Good gravy.
What?
Have you lost? Let me just do it since you're just out to lunch. Ducks with X's on their faces.
No, that's a bad one too.
Okay. Martha's Vineyard.
Oh yeah, no,
Jesse,
that's worse. So this one's not bad.
Aurora Tea Garden with Niall Mater.
I just don't like mysteries.
Okay.
I don't like mysteries. I want to know what happens
None of
early.
your takes, like this is just these.
I said what I said, and I stand by it.
Kettle's
This movie's
boiling.
meh.
I disagree with Payne on this one. I actually quite enjoyed this, and I do think, aside from. So we've seen Mystery 101, we saw Aurora Tea Garden, we saw the Martha's Vineyard, we saw the morning show with the crossword as well. Ooh, I think this one's right there with crossword. I think I might like this one a little bit better.
The bakery ones, we haven't seen Picture Perfect.
No, there is talk of us seeing there is talk of us watching a Christmas murder.
Plum
yes.
Good.
Yes.
Plum Good murder.
And a future Friday.
Plummeries.
I like this, and I actually really enjoyed I agree. I like Danica in this. It was like a really nice, I don't know, like her bubbliness, like just gelled well overall with the movie for me. I would have, of course, liked more Victor Webster. And I also just didn't like, I know it's not about the romance in these mystery movies, but I just, they were barely together.
They don't need each other in this movie.
I would be interested to see if they, like, how often they were actually on set together, the two of them. Because I just didn't, like, they were in like 4 or 5 scenes. It felt like the scenes that they were in was just like,
hey, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? And he's in a few scenes by, I don't know. I'm interested to, like, I wish I would have seen this before I talked to Victor, because then I would have asked, like, how often are you and Danica actually together? Because it felt very, separate. I don't know if that's COVID or what. And I also, I haven't seen the first 2, so I don't know how the coupling is progressing. But I liked it overall, and it's up there. It's no Mystery 101, and nothing ever will be, because that is a ordained film. But it's what,
all of them?
Yeah, they're all. It's an ordained series.
Okay. Yeah. No, I agree. This movie's great.
But earlier he said there was that one Mystery 101, and this one was.
Yeah, what were you talking about there?
The one where it's exit stage left or whatever.
It's the worst one.
Yeah,
the worst of those.
Was that Dead Talk?
No, Dead Talk's the best
great.
one. Dead Talk's the best one.
There's an exit stage.
Yeah, it's like the third one or the second one.
No, I agree. There is one that is significantly worse than the other ones.
Yeah,
yes.
For sure. So the mythical Etruscan lovers is the name of the exhibit at this museum, and if that bored you to tears, you probably need to stay away from this movie because it is 2 movies in one. There are 2 movies going on. These 2 characters very rarely interact at all in this movie. And when they do, it's always like, hey, why? And it's usually Danica asking Victor Webster why he is there. It's like they split up all of the suspects and they just divide and conquer. Like, there's not a lot of cohesion in this movie at all. There are 2 movies. One of them's bad. The other's worse. I don't, the only thing positive I can say about this movie in the realm of mysteries is I felt like I had a grasp on all of the suspects and all of their motives. And that is not usually the case in these movies. Usually everyone in these movies has a motive. It all runs together. They explain plot. They do that in this movie, but there are 4 basic suspects and all of their motives make sense to a certain degree. The college kid who was fired, the girl who was in love with him, and then the sister who wanted money and he didn't lend it to her. Like,
and the reveal actually I think was like pretty surprising.
I didn't see it coming.
Like
that side of it worked for me. Like this was probably the first one aside from Dead Talk, and we've now seen. I'm going to lowball it and say we've seen 11 mysteries. I think we've seen more than that. A couple handful at this point. We've probably seen a dozen. This one had the biggest surprise for a reveal and the most cohesive, possible killers. But how they go about attacking this is ridiculous. Her dad, who's like retired, is just taking it upon his own, I guess, to do some of the work. Victor's doing some of the work, and Danica's doing some of the work. And they're just kind of all spinning different plates, and it doesn't make any sense. Danica's, Love at the Christmas Table on Lifetime is amazing. I think you really like it. I think Crown for Christmas is her best performance. I think she's better than what I've seen of late in the Christmas movies in this movie. And I don't know what the first 2 look like, but everyone seems very subdued in this movie aside from her. Like, it's like she turned it up a click and everybody else turned it down 5 clicks. Like, everyone else seems like they are talking in a library all the time, like very quietly, very subdued. Her dad, who we've seen in a few other things, Bruce Boxleiter, is like, hey, I do you go ahead and make my day. Like, he's very down here. I don't know what's going on there. Her and Victor don't have a lot of chemistry, in my opinion, because they're never on screen much together. It just, I don't know. Doesn't really work for me.
You're right. It's a bad movie.
Best Danica performance ever, and I want to be clear, ever. Not best movie. Crown for Christmas, better movie because of the royal, but her performance not as good as the third Matchmaker's mystery movie.
She is what she is, man, crushing it.
I want to know if
this movie is a paradox into itself.
The thing that I do want to know that would help me, I don't know, in the placing of this film is the way that it was structured with Vic, Danica, and Dad all doing their own thing, working on the same case but separate. Like, is that the thing that they do in this?
It doesn't seem like it would be because they wouldn't have time to even get to know each other, and they're going on a date by the end of this movie. My thing is that weirdly enough, I like this idea the most. Like a matchmaker, someone whose job it is to...
She gets people, she gets
understands
love.
how to
She knows
read
how love can
signs.
change motive.
Like, that seems like a great pairing for this type of thing, but they never really pair it, and it becomes a very oil and water thing. Like, I just don't ever... When her and Victor are on screen together, it's so rare, and it just doesn't do anything for me. And I like... We like Victor. Danica's a Hallmark queen. It just doesn't do anything.
Vicky. That's what I'm gonna start calling him. Vicky.
Wow, interesting.
Vicky Webbs.
Something
like that. I don't know. I'm still working it out. Do you guys want to talk about all feels? Part of
I
the show
would
we
love
talk
to,
about one of the
Brandon.
two that gave us those feels. Pan, any feels for you? Even though this is one of your least favorite ones.
It's
has all the takes of a bad Hallmark mystery. I love the performance. It's good.
It's not bad. It's probably top 5, or bottom 5. Just kind of depends on the day.
There's only 11 of these we've watched. I mean, if it's dead in the middle, it's going to be on pretty much both of those lists.
You never know.
Hey, Pan, any feels?
Dogecoin, huge feels for Dogecoin.
Big feels. When she's drinking the tea at the Lay's, the botanist, the sister.
She thinks it might be poison.
It might be poison. That's funny. Like, that's a really funny scene to me. She plays it really well. Like, when it dawns on her, like, oh, I could be poisoned when drinking that. Like, that's amusing to me. I think overall she played that really well. It had good comedic effect overall. Her eyes just tell the whole story of like, like the realization of I'm backed into a corner. I've got to drink the tea. Like, that's funny. Like, it was a funny scene.
We had a huge laugh here at the office.
It's a knee slapper.
Me slap her.
I don't know what you want from me.
So I really liked the scene where Danica and Myra are doing like the break-in, and it's just not going to like.
Yeah.
It's clearly not their jam, but they're doing it and it's working, and they're making mistakes, but then they're fake. I don't know. That whole scene, it was fun, and the two of them like trying to take it upon themselves to not cure Myra's name, to prove that she didn't do it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Clear her name.
Clear her name is it.
You said cure her.
Cure her name. It's cured.
You want to cure my name?
Yeah, cure my name. Yeah, it gave me like fun mystery feels.
I'm here for Bruce Boxleiter's character.
I love him.
I don't know if any movie should be here for that character or not.
He's funny,
but
man.
retired detective who just sips coffee and like interviews people kind of against their will is one of my favorite. And his voice is so like, hey, everybody, how's it going?
Y'all practicing real hard, saying gonna bring a new saxophone.
Just a few questions. Badge? No, I don't have one of those, but if you could still answer the question. Like, he's great. He's just, I don't know
He's
what's
sitting there with the security guard, and he's like,
Yeah.
I've got time.
But you know what?
It's fun, man.
I started to have like, wait a minute feels. Do all of these mystery movies, the female is not the cop?
Yeah,
then has a dad who has some experience being in that world. And so now they feel as though they can like,
it's not good.
It's kind of awkward. Is it? I mean, like,
How come we don't reverse that? How come it's? How
somebody
come
brought up that there's one like Ruby Herring. Isn't she the detective? I
think so.
But like, by and large, all of them, the guy's the detective and the girl does another job and then helps. And that's unfortunate. But then the dad component is a weird one. Are you all right, buddy? Are you okay?
Big sleeps, guys.
Big sleeps.
Big
Sorry I was
sleeps.
boring you over there, buddy.
Hey, Brian, Double Decker Brian wanted to know if that's a big S you're drinking.
This is not a big S.
what do we
This
got
is a
here?
jumbo. This is
It's a
my
jumbo.
water cup.
It's a
So I
jumbo.
finished my big ass cup already. And then this one is just the jumbo. Thanks, though, Brian. That is big S as in Sam. S. Big S.
Big S.
Big S.
Interesting. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about this and so much more.
Dogecoin.
On the other what?
Oh boy!
It's like we would never tell people to
No,
buy.
we would know. Why would we wouldn't even know how to tell people to
But
invest?
the director of Kyle XY,
Kyle XY, producer. Kyle
Producer.
XY, probably director too.
you probably produced a couple.
Yeah.
Or she. I don't know.
I mean, if you're going to go to the Dallas Mavericks game after you're vaccinated, of course, you want to buy some soda, some popcorn, some souvenirs.
Dude.
They take Dogecoin.
Unbelievable.
How about Luka's stat line the other night?
I didn't see it.
Oh man, it's like 50. I think it was a 50-20-12.
Wow.
No way.
How many Dogecoins?
All.
Oh, wow.
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 Hey guys, let's talk about the Wait What's. It's the part of the show where we talk. That also you can listen to more NBA talk on the Bramble Jam.
The Bramble Jam. If you want to know how things are going in the bubble.
Oh man, I just can't. I can't believe. I was so surprised that the people that listen to Take the Hallmark didn't also want to listen to me talk about the NBA.
Gobble it up.
The
Bramble Jam.
I don't understand. Panda, wait, what?
Not a lot of them in here.
Yeah.
Because
Airtight.
that's not so much airtight. There's just a lot of words, and that's hard for me to parse through sometimes.
Plot,
you know what I'm
plot,
saying?
plot.
When they finally do manage to sneak back into the museum, her friend goes on in and gets in first. The security guard opens the door, and literally, she's right behind them. Like, it's really not far. Like, how the security guard misses her getting in. Like, the door's getting ready to shut, and she just swings it open. Like,
With heels on.
with heels on. You're not getting, it's not going to happen.
Bad.
It's next level.
Yeah.
The only other thing is the bad guy, Lucia, she admits things way too quickly.
Yes,
and
yeah.
I'm confused as to why she even did.
She goes from, no, I don't know what you're talking
They had
about. To,
no
all right,
proof.
I guess I'm pulling this gun out. Here, what's going on?
I did it. And then I meant to kill her.
Yeah.
But it's, that's on me.
Like they weren't even close to getting there.
They weren't even
No.
near it.
It is the weirdest confession we've
And
seen
she's
in
adding
movies.
attempted murder to her list. Like, I just don't understand it.
Just baffling to me.
You're right. I did it. We didn't say that, but
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank
I think
you.
that's why you were so
You
caught
mind-
off guard with the reveal is because
You mind telling us why you did it?
I'm just glad to.
what went into that decision?
Yeah.
Like normally they do, like to the mystery's credits, normally they do a better job of setting that up a little bit.
But what I love about it is normally they just overload you with information and then they say, oh, this is the piece of information that mattered. The rest of it didn't. That's what most of these movies do. This one gave you 3 suspects who all had
plausible.
I know and then this girl was not really on the radar that much.
She was on the radar.
in my
Right,
opinion.
no.
Like,
and this is
but it
why
made
I've
sense
said from
still.
the beginning, one of the best mysteries this year.
Yeah, this year for sure.
And maybe next year.
You never know. 2022 is a long way away.
Let's see what's going on here. All right.
All right, close enough.
Boys, I got a couple. The first 15-ish minutes of this movie takes place inside the museum. We see Clinton. He dies, and then they pretty early on show back up to the museum. They find his body. And then for the next 8-ish minutes, the body is just being rolled around this museum.
It's the best.
In the background,
Such a classic.
in the background of every scene, you just see them wheeling this
They're
body.
like the band members in This Is Spinal Tap that can't find the stage. They're just like,
It's this
You
way."
think it's this way? Nope. It's this way. Really sorry. Excuse us. Dead body coming through.
I know it's a
It
big
is.
building, but it just made me
It's
giggle.
one of my favorite wait what's that we've had all year. Like you just keep going, where are they going? There's still just one dead body, right?
Yeah.
They just keep wheeling around.
Found the exit.
Somebody dropped the ball hard on that set to be like, have him roll it again. What if we had him roll the body through? We've already done
Danny,
that.
it's
No.
it's in the background of like 5 so far. You want one more? Yes.
We need to establish
He's
dead.
dead.
They take the body out.
Do you think
Man.
did he invest?
Dogecoin?
Yeah. Do we like
Danny?
What happens to those coins?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. They're out in the crypto?
Oh, you hate to see it.
More for me.
Danica is backstage. She's backstage at her television program,
Yeah.
looking at
That's another big one of mine.
the wardrobe.
Yeah.
And she comes across what she thinks is a high dollar
That's
dress, like a brand name, big designer. Turns out it's a knockoff.
It's a knockoff.
And Danica brings up this question that no one was asking
ever.
Is it ethical to use knockoff dresses on TV? I sure freaking hope so, because if not, your boy's in trouble.
Yeah.
Because I've never once worn one nice thing on television.
I'm pretty sure the Deckies, all of our wardrobe costs like $200. That's for all three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuxes and shirts and everything.
We wore, what's the Christmas suit? Who is that?
Holly Jolly.
No, Tux Master.
It was
something like that.
$40.
Yeah.
We wore
Guys,
those on national TV.
She's talking about the, like, is it ethical to wear, like, if it was it said Supreme on it, but it was really Suprema who made it.
No. It doesn't say that anywhere. The dress is, it's
it
just
just
a
says on the
tag.
tag.
It doesn't say it on the dress.
But it's a counterfeit. I think that's what she was implying. Like, it was a counterfeit. It was made in the exact same design, and it's clearly counterfeiting.
But it's
this
if
particular.
you wear a dress, there's no copyright on that dress.
If
she wore that dress to host the TV show or whatever she's on, and it didn't say the brand name anywhere, there would be nothing.
So are you
unethical.
saying that it is ethically questionable?
Yeah, I didn't have. I thought it was an interesting question. I pondered it for, like, if somebody's wearing, like, something that has the brand or something on the front, but it's a counterfeit thing.
No.
Like, that's a problem, right?
If your shirt
If it
just
was- if
said
it said
Nike
food,
across the
but
front,
it wasn't a real Nike.
that is Nike.
This is just a designer dress, blank
it's
boy.
blank.
But I think some of those designs, I don't know enough to say, like, they're patented, but, like, within the design world, I think people could
'cause
say,
you could
hey,
des-
that's a,
But
like,
you could design
type
a
of
dress and just be like, I designed my own dress, and it's supposed to look like that. Like, people sell knockoff versions of those, like, shoes and dresses all the time, and you're allowed to wear them.
You know what? I might be coming over to this side now. I can almost see it.
There is no way a piece of fabric with no brand name in sight is illegal to wear on television.
It's not
wouldn't say
illegal,
illegal, but
it's unethical.
It's not unethical either. She's not saying, now if she's in the dress and she's like, hey, I'm wearing Prada or whatever, and it's not Prada, different story.
But she
If
doesn't
she's
have
just
to say
wearing a
it.
dress-
She doesn't have to say it. Everyone knows it's Prada.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
With some,
only the design people would know
But in high fashion in Hollywood, that's exactly the kind. We don't understand that because look at us.
Like,
you are
this
wearing
is
a George right
like
now.
this is Cooper's,
George
right?
would be, this is the 32-degree cool. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's a
This
$3
is
shirt.
Cooper's?
Yeah, this is a coupe.
Yeah,
Are you
okay,
sure?
It's a coupe.
It's a coupe if I've ever seen a coupe.
See, I would be so sad if it wasn't because I think it's a coupe.
What's a coupe?
I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
You don't know what brand. We probably just got in trouble
I got-
because that's not the brand of that shirt.
I don't.
You tried to pass us off as a George. How dare
You know what? I brought up a wait, what? And now I'm not so sure, everybody. I don't know, but let us know if you thought that. My last one is the trust that goes into Victor's thinking here when he runs in to the counterfeits office and you got the sister who is the one who they think might be the murderer. And he chooses to run after the counterfeit guy and just throw Danica the handcuffs and say, take care of the murderer. That was a bold decision by Detective Victor.
Yeah.
It was a bold
Yeah.
decision.
Bold move.
Hey, you get this guy, I'll get this guy who might have just done shady doings, and you get the murderer. It'll be fine. Dan?
Most of mine that I have left are actually about the match she's trying to make for the TV show.
Okay.
She starts with this girl named Jessica. Now, Jessica is in college, and according to Danica, Jessica has an unusual problem. She's never been in love before. That's the unusual problem she has. Not like unusual in the sense of actually unusual. In the sense of completely normal, you're in college and have not been in love anymore. She says that's unusual. Now, throughout the movie, or whatever we're calling this, Danica interviews these other guys because she's trying to find a match for Jessica. Now, Jessica is in college, and all the guys she's interviewing are way older than that.
Yes.
One of them lives with his mom, even though he has a full-time job. One of them's obsessed with the gym. None of them, like, it would be borderline, talk about unethical. It would be borderline unethical to match them with a college student.
How old do you think the difference is? I had it like 10 to 15 years.
I was thinking at the low end 7 or 8 years, the high end 10 to 15. But I'm
Unreal.
just going, first of all, she has an unusual problem. She's never found love. And second of all, the choices she's bringing up are like 28 to 32-year-olds. Why? Why? Of course the college kid is the match for her. I don't understand why you even thought someone else would be a match for her. It doesn't make any sense at all. At one point, she looks at Victor and she goes, "Hey, trust me on this. Things get complicated when passion is involved." And he acts like, as a detective, he's never heard this information.
He's like, as a homicide detective.
He's like, really, this is a game changer. Time out. If passion really, oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. You should be around more often. I can't believe you brought us.
I don't want to overreact,
such gold.
but I think you just helped solve 20 unsolved cases. I didn't even think about asking the spouse.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
No, that I look at it.
People that have been jaded because of love. I said this in the hot take. Danica does ask Victor what he's doing there 3 times in the movie. She's at a place. He comes in and she's like, "What are you doing?" Danica, he's a cop working a murder. What do you think he's doing there? What do you think he's doing? Shopping for art? No.
Could be.
If he's there, murder is involved. That is what's going on. I don't understand. The security guard in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, during the middle of the day is locked into a sporting event. Locked in, middle of the weekday. Just don't understand. Is he a big UEFA guy? Is he a big?
It could be like when the Magic won that one game in the playoffs, and I watched it the next day, like just because I knew it wasn't going to happen again.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I can relive it. Yeah,
I watched that game with you, and then you got mad because I didn't watch the other ones with you when they lost,
Yes.
and you thought that was on me.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
You went on vacation.
I did. I went on vacation.
We won, and you went on vacation, and then we didn't win a
Adios.
single game. And the only thing I can figure, because clearly Milwaukee wasn't better,
No way.
is that it was you.
Did you ever get your hat?
No,
He owes me a hat.
Have you gotten him a hat yet?
No, I have
No,
not.
he has not.
COVID.
COVID. That happened before COVID. I'm pretty sure.
No.
It was last year.
It was this season. It was his last season. Or that season felt like it took 2 years.
It did feel like it took 2
Technically,
years.
no.
You're
Are
right.
we good?
Sure, we're good.
It's time for What the Hallmark. It's part of the show. We wonder what could have been. Maybe having get some clarity to the questions that we still have. Panda?
Yeah, her TV show. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea. And this could be simply because I haven't seen the first 2 episodes, but it seems like it's a brand new thing. I don't understand how it works, I think. So she's interviewing, there's one person, this is what I can gather. There's one person that she is trying to set up.
Yes.
And then she interviews other guys and then picks
Of those guys. And then they all just, it's how they used to make TV. Like, it's old school. There's no studio audience, and they record all of it. It's like a reality show.
Yeah.
And then they edit it all together for the end when they put them together. But it seems like it would take a lot of the drama out of it if you never let the girl meet the guys. If you never let the college student meet the guys.
Yeah, and I think that to me is.
I understood how they were making the TV show. I didn't understand why anyone would watch it.
Is it a local TV show? Or is it a nationally syndicated? It seems like there's a local vibe to it.
But people at the museum know her. Like, they're like,
Right,
oh my
but
gosh,
maybe
are you
it's a
such
local,
and such?
matching on the 8th.
Oh, well, they talk about matching on the 8th. Yeah, the matching on the 8th. That's a good name.
Thanks.
They talk
Generally
about how
what?
they don't have money for stuff a
You're
lot.
right, exactly.
So, I think it's a local book.
Okay, just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Danica and friend are going to the museum opening party.
This is mine too.
So they're going in. They don't have an invitation.
They don't.
Friend's like, what are you going to do? How are you going to get it? And there's a guy in front of them, single guy by himself, that's trying to get into
Desperate to get in.
to try to get into this museum.
We never see his face.
We see his face.
Yeah, we do.
Yes. He's just an average Joe.
And he's just trying to get in.
He's trying to get
I
in.
would say he's attractive.
I would say he's attractive too. And he's trying to get into this museum opening night of this display, but he does not have a pass.
The ancient lovers of Etruscan.
And he's trying to get in, and the lady's like, no pass, no, you're not getting in. And he walks off, and he doesn't get to go in. What is his deal?
What's his deal? Who goes and just tries to get without an invitation?
What is his deal? What could possibly have been in that party that he felt like, you know what? I need to get in there tonight.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
What is his deal? Because I love him.
We know why Danica's trying
I
to
love
get
the
in.
moxie.
But he just thinks he's going to roll in and be like, I don't have, just, can you let me in?
Give me the cookies.
Maybe he's the killer, but another killer, different killer. My other one involves syrup. Now, Brandon and I had a bit of an argument while watching this, while I explained that I just wasn't a huge syrup guy. And I get it. I understand. And I like syrup flavored things, but like syrup all over pancakes doesn't do anything for me. Never has. Just not a big breakfast guy. Syrup's just super duper sweet. The taste of it by itself doesn't do anything for me. But Danica asks Victor before they sit down, she's like, syrup or no syrup? Like, typically when you sit at a table, you just get the syrup and you determine how much you put on there. But she's not asking him for that. She's asking him, we believe, because she's trying to determine if he's a good match for her. There would be no other reason, in my opinion, to ask the question syrup or no syrup to someone before you sit at the table. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, normally you just hand them the syrup.
No
but
one
it's
else
just
is going to syrup your waffles. You're syruping your own waffles, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You don't dare. How dare you?
Yeah.
She likes Victor.
Yeah.
And so she's slowly over time just asking a few things to try to get to know him.
That makes sense in a Matchmaker series. Why is that a thing that she needs to ask?
Because
if he doesn't like syrup,
that's exactly right. You don't like syrup. I like syrup. I politely asked you to buy me out of my contract with Dogecoin, and because I can't be in this relationship.
That much of a deal breaker.
Yes.
I've been married to my wife. I had to look at her yesterday, and I said, do you like syrup on your waffles? And she sat there. She goes, no, I don't like syrup on my waffles or my pancakes.
You fought.
Well,
yeah.
Guys, it was a rough night. That's
been a tough 24 hours.
Slept on the couch. It was tough.
She made you sleep on the couch.
I said some things.
That's exactly what someone who doesn't like syrup would make someone do.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't make any sense to me.
We did it, everybody. Congratulations, Matchmaker. We're going to be back not next week at all. We're actually taking the week off. But if you think
it's vacation week.
But if you think we haven't taken a vacation, I think since January of 2019. Yeah. We haven't missed a week.
We haven't missed a week since January 2019. And guys,
something like that.
If you get confused next week with all the times that we've mentioned it, then just shame on you. We're taking a break.
But there's still some other stuff.
There's some stuff.
There's a filming a movie.
Yeah, filming a movie.
I think there's still take the day off.
Take the day.
So we're coming in.
We're coming in on 5 a.m. on our vacation week.
We'll Skype.
I don't know if we're going to do that. Yeah, it's probably a no on take the day off.
Should have communicated that to Tracy.
Tracy probably is.
Work.
Yeah. Oh.
But we're not going to be here. We're going to be back the following week, and we are going to be doing both Sweet Carolina and Cold Ice.
Get in this house.
Cold Ice Pack. Whatever the new winter movie.
Baby It's Cold Inside. That's it.
Both of those movies we'll be doing. Baby It's Cold Inside, where we normally do Classic Christmas on Friday, and then we'll be doing Sweet Carolina, of course, on Tuesday. The Lacey Tyler combo.
Oh my gosh!
Come on,
stop it!
Bringing that on us quickly.
It's very quick. It's also going to be a what appears to be a more serious movie, more drama. What maybe like at Christmas time would be more of a movies and mysteries,
like a tear jerker.
A tear jerker is what it looks like, and I'm very excited for that. What do we have?
What do you mean? What do we have?
Double decker of the week.
We got this.
It's my deck. No, it's mine.
It's mine. It's yours.
It's yours.
It's yours.
It's ours.
Double decker of the week. Meredith Tomatore.
Yeah, Meredith.
Ooh, boy.
Let me tell you about Meredith. She elected official of the Lost and Found in Maple, Washington.
Elected the official of.
She's the elected official of the Lost and Found.
Yes. Of Maple,
Washington. Yeah.
Okay. So it's Maple's a city.
Yeah, absolutely.
This city has an official Lost and Found.
Yes.
With an elected official in charge.
It's big time. It's the second largest Lost and Found in Maple.
Oh, in Maple. So it's not a city Lost and Found then.
Oh, it is.
Biggest one?
Well, it's privately owned.
Privately owned.
It's privately owned, and you can't trust those people.
Is that person just a thief at that point?
Well, that's murky. I invested in them using some Dogecoin.
Okay, you paid him some Doge. Okay.
How much Doge did you pay?
3,000 of them.
3,000 Doges.
Yeah.
Dude, if you did that a few weeks ago, you just lost tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and that's on me.
Such a good investment.
I went in too much. I realized that.
Because right now, I mean, if you had put 3,000 Dogecoins.
Hypothetically.
Like if you'd done that 2 weeks ago, that 3,000 Dogecoins would have cost you hardly anything.
Really?
I mean, maybe $100, and now those 3,000 Dogecoins worth $1,200.
Oh, get out of town.
Yeah, it's like 12 times your investment.
This is kind of what happened when I bought that Little Caesars pizza with Bitcoin.
You got to put some more money in the Dogecoin. I need to know more about that. Yeah, I know that's
really
not about,
quickly. Okay, a couple of things. So you said this is a very large Lost and Found.
Oh, it's big.
What's going on in Maple that's causing people to lose so much stuff?
Yeah, no, and this is where it gets a little murky for me, Bran. It does. First of all, there are plenty of items there. People also just tend to show up there when they're lost, and they tend to be like,
"Where is the Lost and Found?"
It's dead middle, from my understanding.
dead middle of the city,
Yeah,
Maple. Like you just drop a pin in the middle.
Is it dead middle of like the downtown or dead middle of the city?
City proper, right in the middle.
Greater
The whole
Maple,
city's Maple was, my understanding, built around the lost and found.
So they had the lost and found first?
Yeah.
Okay,
So how'd she get elected to this?
It was a landslide. She's just great at finding things.
But who, like,
Wait,
is
so
it?
she finds things?
Yeah, she finds them and then she brings them on
in. Is she
in.
a thief?
No, she finds them on the ground. It's kind of like a Pocket
This
situation.
is interesting.
But Pockets is a thief. I want to be very clear.
No. Pockets finds things, sticks them in his pocket.
So this is very interesting. So you're telling me that people, like, let's say I lost my toy car.
Yes.
I don't necessarily need to go to Lost and Found. I can call.
Yes, and she will come.
Who?
Meredith.
I call Meredith, and Meredith will then go and find it for me.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's incredible what she's doing right now in
she's
Maple
so
Maple.
it is a lot. It's a lost
and found.
It's a lost
elected
and I'll go
job
find.
with great respect given to the title, Dan.
Okay.
It's a lost and go find, really.
Yeah, if you really
So
want to
she's
put
a
it that way.
finder of things.
Yeah, of lost things, Dan.
Okay. But she doesn't. Does she also have a collection of lost things that?
Oh
have yet
yeah,
to be
absolutely.
found?
She runs it as well. Like if you like,
Is
you
there
know,
like store hours and stuff? You
oh
just
yeah,
come
9
in-
to 5. If you just go in there and you find
How
it.
does she pay for it? Nothing costs money.
No. But she runs it 9 to 5. Donations are accepted. She'll take some money. It's kind of like a Goodwill now that I'm talking about it, but it's really just a lost
So
and found.
Goodwill costs money. You have to pay for things.
Yeah, but in lost and found, she'll take a donation. She'll also, if you want to give her money for the things that she has found, you can do that as well.
But you don't have
Do
to.
people
You
do
know,
that?
it's-
She's elected official.
Right, exactly. And you
can't
probably
pay an
shouldn't.
elected official.
But, and it's not bribes.
I
I
feel
want
like-
to be clear that Meredith's not
It's
taking
like
bribes.
tipping. That's like tipping a police officer.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
No, unlike most weeks when I leave the double decker feeling like these things are airtight and we've got it taken care of. This week, I feel like I've been left with more questions.
Yeah,
than
and that's
answers.
fair, and I understand that.
Like, I don't think we got to the bottom of
But
any of this.
guys,
yet.
there's a new documentary coming out on Maple where they start exploring. There could be some shady.
What's it going to be
What's
on?
it
What
called?
platform?
It's called Get Out Maple.
Get out of Maple.
Get out of Maple.
Get out of Maple.
Get Out
And
Maple.
it's going to be streaming
Where do we watch?
Early Hulu.
early Hulu.
Yeah.
Is it just you got to get up early in the morning or it's going?
Early Hulu.
It's one of those.
It's a 2:30 a.m. thing.
One of those sneaky
3 to
Hulus.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
situation.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's great. I've seen clips gripping.
Where have you seen clips? Did you get up early on Hulu for the
Oh, absolutely for early Hulu.
Hulu.
Wait, they also pulled the trailers early too? Like they don't leave the trailers to try to promote like, hey, wake
Early
up
Hulu?
early?
Because you got to pay extra for early Hulu?
Yeah, you do.
You pay extra for early.
And that's
Hulu.
a time zone thing, so no matter where you are, it's
It's
only
always early
available
and it's wild. Yeah.
on 2:30 to 5 a.m.
Yep.
your time.
Yep. Exactly.
This is a disaster waiting to happen, and that is, I think, why we need to. If you vote for me, we will make one time zone for all. We're going to be back tomorrow with another exciting episode. Until then,
Who knows
we,
how high Dogecoin will be at that point?
Oh boy, we'll give you the hear. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark is a Bramble Jam podcast recorded live in, that Greenville, South Carolina. It's produced by Brandon Gray. Set decor by Plum Haywood Mall. For more information on all Bramble Jam podcasts, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com. For more information on how to listen to Deck the Hallmark ad-free, you can go to bramblejamplus.com.